Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So in this video let's take a look at these micro USB cables from Anker, and these are the Anker PowerLine micro USB. You can also get the USB-C version, but the one that I've got are micro USB version. So in the pack, this is a 5-piece pack, and in the box you will get 2 pieces of 1 feet long cable, 2 pieces of 3 feet long cable, and 1 piece of 6 feet long cable. So in 2018 we need a USB cable for charging almost everything, starting from a wristwatch all the way to our laptops. And the problem comes when we lose our USB cable, we break it, we lose it, or we need more cables for our gadgets. So you go online, you look on the internet, and you start searching for good quality micro USB cables, and there are all sorts of brands at different price points in different colors, all sorts of cables available. So it becomes really confusing. So for the past 1 year I have bought different micro USB cables from local market, from my local online shops as well as international online shops, and I finally stopped on these cables. So these are the Anker PowerLine micro USB cables, and I think that these are the best quality cable that you can buy on the internet today. So without any further delay, let's take a look at the box as well as the content of the box. So it's the typical Anker packaging, white on top with the Anker logo, white at the back with blue stripes all around. And in the box you will get a single piece of a 6 feet long micro USB cable, 3 feet long micro USB cable, another 3 feet long micro USB cable, another 1 feet long micro USB cable, and another 1 feet long micro USB cables. So these are pretty good quality cables, and I have compared these to a cheap quality cable that I bought from a local market. Here is the cheap quality cable that I bought from the local market. As you can see, there is not much different in the looks. I also have the Motorola original micro USB cable. Here is the original Motorola micro USB cable. We are also going to compare the Anker cable with that. And what happens is, when you are charging your device using a USB cable, the cable causes some voltage drop, because the cable has some resistance, and that resistance causes some voltage drop in the circuit, and due to that your phone takes longer to charge. So if your cable is bad or cheap quality, no matter if you're using a fast charger or a very latest phone, your phone is going to take very long because the cable is not very good. So to do these tests, I'm going to use my USB load tester, and with this tester I can measure the voltage drop in the wire. So without any further delay, let's take 1 meter long cable from the set, and let's keep all these cable aside. Since the cable, all other cable that I have are 1 meter long, it would be fair to test the 1 meter long compared to the other cables. So let's connect. Here is the extension, and I'm going to connect charger. I'm using a Motorola turbo charger for this test. Let's connect it, and once you connect it, if I connect the load, you can see that it is displaying 5.1 volt, and the current we are using is 0.1 ampere. So let's increase the current to maybe 1.5 amperes, 1.6 amperes. So at 1.6 amperes we are getting a voltage of 5.37 volt if we plug our load directly into the charger. So 5.3 volt is the voltage that we are getting at about 1.6 amp. So let's take the load out, and now let's connect the cheapest cable that I bought from the local market. I got this cable for about 70 rupees or about $1. So let's connect the cheap cable, and you can see there is the our micro USB input, and if I connect this cable to our micro USB input, so it is connected now, and you can already see that previously we were getting about 5.3 volts, and the voltage has dropped significantly. So now we are getting 4.8 volts at 1.6 amperes. So let me just write it down. So I've written down the cheap cable voltage, which is 4.86, and the current for all these measurement is going to be 1.6 ampere. 1.6 amperes. So this is the cheap cable. Let's do the same test using the original Motorola cable. So let's disconnect our meter. Here goes the cheap cable. Now here is the original Motorola cable. This is the original Motorola charger, so it should perform much better because both of these components are from the same company. So let me just connect the cable, and now let's connect the USB cable into the charger. So it's connected now, and let's take a look at our reading. So immediately we can see the difference, that the voltage has increased back to 5.09 volts, and the cheap cable voltage was about 4.86 volt, and as you can see, the Motorola original cable has the voltage of 5.08 volts. So let's write that down as well. 5.09, let's call it 5.09 volts. And let's now connect the Anker cable to the setup. Disconnecting the Motorola cable. So here is the Anker cable, and before we do our test, take a look at the thickness of the wire. The wire is very stiff and also at the same time a little flexible. The connectors are very good quality. I've never seen such good quality connectors from any manufacturers. And as you can see, there's also Anker is written on the cable as well. So let's connect this cable to the charger, and now let's connect it to our load tester. Let's see the voltage, and as you can see, we are getting 5.25 volts. Let's call it 5.25 volts. Let's write that down. 5.25 volts. And let's again check the direct voltage that our charger is originally producing. So let me connect the charger directly into the socket, and the voltage that the charger is producing is basically 5.38. So 5.38. So you can see from the result. I've also tested the U green cable. I've also tested the Oki cable. I've also tested the U Voxlink cable and other cables from AliExpress, Banggood.com, and other cable that I've bought from my local market, and you can clearly see the difference, that the charger is giving us 5.3 volt, and the lowest voltage drop was in Anker cable. So these cables are clearly the winner. As you can see, the cheap cable clearly decrease the voltage to a significant level, and this cable will take very long. Even if you're using a fast charger or a fast charging compatible phone, this cable will take very longer for your phone to be charged. The Motorola cable also performed pretty good, but not as compared to the Anker cable. As you can see, the voltage drop was only 10 millivolt when compared to the Moto cable. So there we go. This was my video on the Anker PowerLine micro USB cables. For the past 1 year, I've been buying all sorts of different cables, and some of them performed very well, but the thing was that you buy 10 cables, and out of those 10 cables, only one would be as good as compared to this Anker cable. But all the Anker cables have performed consistently. I have couple of these cables, and all of them were really great. So if you're in the market for good quality micro USB cables, I would suggest you to go with Anker. and as you can see, the build quality is superb. You also get individual pieces of these velcro for cable management. And finally, I want to say that this video is not sponsored by Anker. Anker did not pay me to make this video. I bought this cable with my own money. And with that said, I conclude this video. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.